Hey there, y'all, and welcome to today's Daily Down and Dirty. My name is Fairlight. Welcome to Airy Fairy Tarot. All right, y'all. So the message that wants to come through today is it all adds up. And so I don't know if that's exactly the right title for the reading, but that's what we got. So we start out, and of course, I love using these decks that put their own spin on the messages they want to share. So we've got the Six of Wands, which they call trust. Normally Six of Wands is associated with achievement and triumph, but I like that they call it trust. And then also the Nine of Worlds, which is like the Nine of Pentacles, and they call that harvest. So this is an achievement of abundance, absolutely. Nine of Pentacles is about the independence and the abundance from, things coming to fruition from your own work. I like that it's harvest and then it's trust. And then over here, so with this deck, I don't do reversals. However, this one fell on the floor and so distinctively reversed itself, and it being the card that it is, I couldn't help but appreciate that it's reversed. So it's called the Five of Worlds, entitled Setback. Five of Pentacles is usually associated with poverty consciousness, abandonment issues, feeling left out in the cold. Those are like key words for it. So with this coming out reversed, I'll take it. And leading up to why it all adds up, I just want to say it's such a distinct energy going from the Five of Worlds with setbacks and then moving into trust and harvest. So to me, this speaks of a process, an inner process, working on your own consciousness, moving from poverty consciousness to prosperity consciousness. And I like that trust is connected to this, because again, it's more of an internal consciousness shift more than anything that happens outside. And it would be wonderful if collectively, even within a small collective, I think we're seeing evidence that even in a small collective, we're witnessing how our consciousness determines our flow of harvest, our abundance, our flow of the things that happen to us. If we can learn to recognize and I don't know if y'all know, but I do like a podcast / YouTube show called Tune Your String, and it's all about that. It's about bringing yourself into harmonic resonance with your truth, attuning yourself to your sovereign expression, that sort of thing. And again, consciousness, poverty consciousness, prosperity consciousness, that's all part of the song that you're singing. And so when you align yourself to a greater resonance, and there is something to do with trust, and it's like when you open yourself and you really connect with the universe in a certain vibrational resonance, in a vibrational frequency, you can align to the trust that all things are provided for you, and then be fucking blown away when you witness that things always fucking work out, man. Sorry the F-bombs today, but whatever. And then we end with synthesis. And this is where I got the title for the reading. It's the Eight of Crystals, which normally the Eight of Swords is like very much being stuck in toxic thinking and feeling imprisoned by stress and worry and toxic people and whatever. I really like that they call this one synthesis. I'll take it. That's why this deck uses crystals instead of swords. And what over and over again, what kept bringing my eye, is this calculator. And that's where it was like, oh, it all adds up. So, a very distinctive shift moving from this energy over to these energies here. And I really like the synthesis, that there is something about, it's almost like feeling like merging the worlds together, merging, and what am I trying to say with that? It feels like a merge of, even in this setback consciousness, I think the synthesis of it is when you start to see evidence of your shifts in consciousness, then we go back and forth, I think, to assess the blocks and recognize the limitations that are present within our belief system, our thinking, our programming, and that it's like in overcoming those blocks within ourselves. But there's, I don't know, I think of that that saying that I always say, that was my friend Shenandoah's saying on his wall: good judgment comes from experience. experience comes from poor judgment. And so I think we can assess many things. It doesn't even have to be so linear, but I think learning to recognize our set points and learning that we can do resets. And so I'll give a very personal example. I recently had a lot of drama in my life because I'm in a relationship, and it was just very dramatic, and then my kids and all this stuff, and I had to recognize myself how prone I was to look for reasons not to trust, or look for reasons to whatever, when I could just be engaging in trust and appreciating the totality of all beings involved. And so there was a consciousness shift that happened, and now I'm watching multiple things in my life come into place, and it was like, what are you looking at? And so another way to say it is to count your blessings. Look for something to be grateful for, and I think it's like taking it a step. Once you start looking for things to be grateful for, then you can take a step beyond and just, it's like disciplining yourself to attune to the wanted, as Abraham Hicks would say. Tune into what is wanted, attune into what you appreciate about a person or about a situation or about yourself. And it doesn't mean that conflicts don't arise, but for fucking sure, when you can attune yourself into that, you can align to the solution much more quickly. And then ask yourself, when there is boy, I'm giving quite a share today, but it's like, ask yourself, when there is conflict, when there are challenges, ask yourself first, am I looking for solutions right now, or am I looking to be right? Am I trying to win, or am I trying to resolve? And then, once you clarify within yourself where you're at, and maybe decide that you want to align to solutions, then if you're having a conflict with somebody else, then you can, from that state of being, from a place of wanting resolution, say, are we looking for solutions right now, or are we just trying to beat each other? Are we just trying to win? So little tools are coming up, and I'll just share it with y'all, because that's what the cards felt like, that you win when you learn to trust yourself, when you learn to trust life, and you attune yourself into a vibrational frequency. Somehow, some way, it all adds up, and it makes sense of all that maybe you've experienced up to this point. All right, that's all I have for today. Peace and love until next time.